Common sense versus knowledge. Today's subject is common sense versus knowledge. We have all become enslaved to knowledge. Everyone is looking for knowledge, but not looking for themselves. I'm going to say that again. I said everyone is looking for knowledge, but not looking for themselves. So what is knowledge? Who told you that you needed knowledge? Because when I last checked, birds and squirrels and things in nature that has better sense and is surviving better than us wasn't in need of knowledge. They don't read books, nor do they have supermarkets. When you came out of your mother's womb, you contained something in you that was far greater than knowledge. Do you know what that was? It was something called common sense. Birds and other ancestors in nature can pick up on weather forecasts, days and even weeks at a time, not because they have knowledge, but because they have common sense. People, I'm going with this. At one time, you didn't need a weatherman or a meteorologist to give you knowledge of what weather was coming. Our whole bodies acted as ears, and the DNA in it could hear the voice of Mother Nature by causing certain aches and pains, and we could at one time see frequency patterns to alert us of major catastrophes in our eyes. Ever since the people with knowledge has set up certain satellites and towers to disrupt the natural stations flowing in us to warn us, we have abandoned the voice of Mother Nature to seek knowledge rather than to seek Mother Nature. We have left her home. We have left her womb to become foster children of a world that has you high on knowledge. Now everybody is a teacher of knowledge. Nobody wants to be a teacher of common sense, because to become a teacher of common sense would mean that you will have to let go of being a teacher to becoming a student. I am a student and will always and forever be a student. There is nothing and nobody in this world more higher than the student, but the student must also be careful as well. What am I saying? Because if the student is showing up to class for knowledge, and he cannot identify whether that knowledge is for his benefit or the teacher's benefit, then that student will become more dangerous in his agenda toward who he teaches next than the teacher that is teaching him. Knowledge has made things complicated for us. We think that we need to pay for food to eat, so we have to see our food before we get it. But the birds and everything else can feel their food before they get it. And they feel it because of the voice or the frequency, which has common sense embedded in the construct of its vibration, which directs these animals to the things that they need to sustain them on this realm. And I don't want to forget that someone also told me to speak about the science of relationship. What is a relationship? Well, a relationship must be room temperature. A relationship must be room temperature. What do I mean by this? Well, a lot of people ask me, how do you keep a relationship balanced? Look, when you study water, even though it hydrates you, it must be balanced. If you keep water on the fire for too long, it becomes too hot to bear. If you keep water in the freezer too long, it becomes too hard or too cold to consume, which handicaps the cells in your body. But when water is at room temperature, it is more healthier and more balanced to keep you from becoming dehydrated. A relationship is the same way. If it is not balanced, it can become dehydrated. And if the relationship becomes dehydrated, it will need more hydrogen to sustain it. The hydrogen being the respect, because the element of respect, no matter the angle, rejuvenates the connection and gives life to two people, becoming one on a journey to self. A relationship has to be measured as well before the foundation can be laid. Just look at it as a house you are both building. You don't just start nailing things together without properly engaging the measurement so that when all the hardship is endured in building the house, both parties can stand no matter what. Relationship is a science, people. It is a science.